Hello. We've collected some interesting videos from trail cameras that show various things like wild animals, mysterious creatures, and strange events. Our team works hard to find the latest and most amazing discoveries related to wildlife and unexplained phenomena. Whether you're someone who knows a lot about these topics, an outdoor enthusiast, or just curious, get ready for a unique adventure. Now, let's start watching these videos. Before we go, please take a second to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss our future videos. This next intriguing video comes from Colleen, who stumbled upon it online. It was actually filmed by two teenage girls from her hometown during their work break while heading to get lunch. They passed by a local cemetery and witnessed something extraordinary. After several minutes of silently observing this bizarre spectacle, one of the girls had the presence of mind to start recording. The video shows a dark figure deeply engrossed in fervently digging into the graveyard soil using its bare hands, resembling a wild animal. The intensity of the digging is startling. Colleen, after seeing this video, felt compelled to visit the cemetery herself. Upon her arrival, she found a fresh hole in the ground, evidence of recent excavation. However, the mysterious figure responsible for the hasty digging had disappeared, perhaps much to Colleen's relief. The question remains, was this video capturing a cryptid in the graveyard, or was it just a deeply troubled individual performing a morbid task? Imagine yourself wandering through a forest when you suddenly come across a surprising sight. A majestic buck stands before you, displaying an authoritative and captivating show of might. It pounds its hooves into the ground, making powerful snorts and bold declarations into the surrounding wilderness. Watching this display on screen is enough to send shivers down your spine, and the thought of being so close to it in real life is almost unimaginable. However, in the grand scheme of nature, this behavior is just the buck's instinctual fight-or-flight reaction to perceived threats. Now, let's explore another mystery, set in a serene river hidden in a mountainous terrain. In this video, we see a mysterious furry creature, standing in the river, with its torso boldly above the water. Considering the river's depth, it's quite impressive. Some suggest this may be Bigfoot, given the location and local lore of Bigfoot sightings in the area. But there's a twist, this creature appears leaner and more slender than typical Bigfoot descriptions. Is this a genuine Bigfoot sighting, perhaps a female, or an elaborate hoax? We're eager to hear your take on this compelling mystery. The following footage is truly astonishing. A man was filming in a wooded area when he noticed what seemed to be a monkey. But the situation took a chilling turn when the creature, far from an ordinary monkey, noticed the man and began to pursue him with alarming determination. This creature moved with uncanny agility, almost human-like but still on all fours, and it terrified the man. He has been trying to have the footage authenticated by experts, but he claims they are too frightened to visit his property. What could this creature be? Share your thoughts on this intriguing encounter. You know, I think I was even more surprised by our next video than I was when I first saw a cryptid. Let's now delve into a peculiar video capturing a woman in the midst of a sleepwalking episode. She moves through her house during her deep sleep, behaving as if she's searching for something unseen to our eyes. The unsettling part is when she places a glass on the counter, and it inexplicably shatters as if acted upon by an invisible force. The video continues with her going up the staircase, her movements eerie and reminiscent of someone possessed. She enters another woman's room, stands still by her as she sleeps, and gently wakes her up, ending the recording. This entire event was captured on a home security camera, adding authenticity to it. What's your take on this? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Dylan Anderson found himself capturing something highly unusual while filming in a wooded area. What initially seemed like a monkey quickly turned into a chilling situation. The creature, far from an ordinary monkey, noticed the man and pursued him with alarming determination. It moved with uncanny agility, its legs resembling a human structure. What's certain is that this was no ordinary monkey. Dylan has been trying to have the footage authenticated by experts, but they seem too frightened to visit his property. What do you think this creature could be? Is it the infamous dog man, Bigfoot, or something entirely different? Please share your thoughts on this intriguing encounter. You know, I was probably even more surprised by our next video than I was when I first saw a cryptid. In this video, we see a Bengali man walking through a field with fishing poles, likely heading to his fishing spot. He suddenly stops in the middle of the field and starts preparing his fishing gear, using a crushed snail as bait. He sets up a makeshift fishing rod and drops it into a sinkhole in the field. But what's really going on here? How does he know where to drop his line? Why does no one fall into these holes? There are many questions surrounding this unusual scene. Please share your thoughts on this mysterious fishing expedition. Should this have been a product of special effects, the execution would be undeniably impressive. Foreign. Acosta, a resident of Miami, Florida, began hearing unusual sounds around his new house. However, he didn't pay much heed, attributing them to some small wildlife. Shortly after moving in, he filmed a video to showcase his new residence to his parents. On reviewing the footage, he discovered something utterly unexpected. According to Central and South American folklore, the creature he captured on camera closely resembles what is known as duende, translating to a goblin or troll in English. Sebastian Acosta's story gained so much traction that it was featured on Telemundo News. The question remains, did he capture an elusive creature on camera, or could it be an elaborate hoax? Alternatively, it could simply be a peculiar-looking animal scurrying along a tree branch. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this uncanny footage. Thank you. In the chilling weeks of January 2017, during the stillness of the night, an attentive security officer captured something extraordinary on his surveillance camera. The gentleman, who had observed numerous puzzling occurrences during his late-night shifts, was taken aback by the spectacle he now faced. In the grainy footage, a mysterious luminous object smoothly drifted towards the camera. It radiated an eerie light that seemed to challenge the known laws of nature before disappearing out of the frame. Perplexed by the sighting, the man decided to share the footage online, reaching out to the paranormal community for insight. Several theories emerged, with some suggesting the presence of a spirit orb thought to be a carrier for ethereal beings and apparitions. Others proposed that the glowing entity could be holding ancient energies or even levitating creatures from dimensions beyond our understanding. As for my personal interpretation, I can't help but entertain the idea that it might be an interstellar traveler or extraterrestrial spacecraft silently navigating our world. It could be on a journey to a destination that remains a mystery to us. Please tell me your thoughts and theories on this fascinating phenomenon. Let's delve into a curious piece of footage that's made waves across social media, more specifically on TikTok. This video swiftly captured the attention of netizens worldwide, gaining viral status within mere hours of its posting. The spectacle that has everyone talking involves a bird that appears to be suspended motionless in midair. Remarkably, this bird doesn't seem to be exerting any force, nor are its wings visibly flapping to maintain its suspended stay. Upon closer inspection, however, a slight fluttering can be discerned in the bird's wings. It's subtle, yet not quite enough to facilitate the act of flying. What cements the authenticity of this phenomenon is the camera person's decision to pan towards onlookers. Are marveling at the spectacle, a collective witness to this seemingly defying nature event, providing credible evidence that this video is far from a deceitful hoax. But what could explain this avian anomaly? What forces might be at play that allowed the bird to hang in the balance, defying our conventional understanding of flight? As we attempt to unravel this enigma, we eagerly await your perspectives and theories. Join us in deciphering this feathered mystery. Let's move on to our next piece of trailcam footage. It shows a surprising drama, a real-life survival story out in the wild with a group of raccoons taking center stage. The action takes place around a watering hole where the raccoons are quietly drinking. Suddenly, the calm moment is broken when one sharp-eyed raccoon spots a snake sneaking up on them from behind a tree. Its intent is clear in its cold gaze. That's where things get really interesting. As the hunted quickly become the hunters, it may surprise you to learn that raccoons, despite being known for their intelligence, are also quite capable of handling snakes. Showing great teamwork, the raccoons group up around the snake, blocking its path to escape. Then one bold raccoon steps forward and grabs the snake with its strong claws. Then comes the finale. Using their teeth, which are sharp and strong enough to tear through metal like it's soft chicken, they rip into the snake, quickly overcoming their unanticipated foe. After this intense confrontation, the raccoons settle down to enjoy a good chew on their well-deserved meal. In the frigid grip of winter, an eagle was observed soaring high above a starkly frozen lake for an extended period. It meticulously scanned the icy landscape beneath it, eyeing a congregation of ducks that had found refuge on the lake's frosty surface. Within this unsuspecting flock, the eagle sought out its prey, its keen eyes assessing each potential target. Once its selection process was complete and the designated target determined, the formidable raptor initiated its calculated assault. In a spectacular display of predatory prowess, the eagle, at breakneck speed, descended upon the hapless duck. The eagle's talons, sharp and lethal, plunged into its victim, their grip unyielding, anchoring the duck beneath the water's frigid surface. Methodically and without haste, the eagle began the laborious task of towing its prize to the shore. With each determined flap of its mighty wings, it propelled itself across the water, a spectacle of strength and endurance in the harsh winter environment. What transpired next was a spectacle as unexpected as it was extraordinary. Experience. This video was shared on TikTok by a user named Ben Trolley. In the video, the uploader claims to have captured a strange creature he believes is a rake stalking him. The video starts with a cameraman recording something in the bushes near a forest. In those bushes, we can see a pair of eyes lurking. These eyes are accompanied by a humanoid figure's outline, and it appears to have a naked body. All these characteristics seem to match the description of what people call a rake. This mysterious figure just stands there, watching the person recording, and their intentions are unclear. It's uncertain whether this creature is simply lurking and following the person, or if it has more sinister and harmful intentions. This video was taken at a construction site by a night shift worker, and it shows something very strange and eerie. In the video, there's a wheelbarrow, and right next to it, we can see something moving in a really creepy and unusual way. This figure looks kind of like a human, but moves in a very peculiar manner. This mysterious creature appears to have a white body with a head shape resembling that of a yeti, and it seems to be covered in white fur. It moves slowly, as if it's being cautious or searching for something. What do you think about this unusual creature? Getting chased or followed by something is already quite scary, but being silently watched by an unknown entity is a different kind of frightening experience. In this video, a homeowner recorded what happened when he heard strange noises coming from his backyard. He decided to start filming, and in the video, we can see a forest in the distance with it being nighttime. Suddenly, a figure moves swiftly within the woods. Based on its shape, it appears to be a humanoid creature, possibly a rake or a nightcrawler. It might be a good idea for the homeowner to consider changing his home or installing a fence in his backyard if he wants to keep this mysterious entity at bay. This video comes from Mexico and was recorded by a home security camera installed on a street. In the video, we can see a lady who looks really scared. She's running away from something and keeps looking back. She's holding a flashlight in her hand and is shouting for help as she runs. After running for a while, she stops and checks behind her to see if whatever was chasing her is gone. But she gets frightened because that thing is still there. So, what is she running from? If we pay close attention from where the woman enters the street, we can see a smoky figure forming. This smoky figure tries to follow the lady but then stops right before the well-lit area. This figure seems to take on a shape like a person. Even the cats and dogs in the area are scared by this thing. You can hear them barking and see a cat running. Horses are known for their strength, but even they can get scared by unknown creatures they've never seen before. In this video, we're in a horse barn where the horses are peacefully hanging out. Suddenly, something agile and strange appears inside the barn. This mysterious figure swiftly approaches one of the horses. The presence of this unsettling creature terrifies all the horses in the barn, making them anxious. They start acting nervously, and then they all begin to run. They try to jump over the fence as if they're running for their life. One horse manages to leap over the fence successfully, but the second horse crashes through it and falls. We may not know exactly what this creature was, but one thing is for sure, it wasn't a pleasant sight. This video was shared on a TikTok account by a user named Hard to Ghetto. It's a security camera recording where we see a student closing his dorm room. While the student is trying to shut the door, something unusual happens at the far end of the hallway. A small figure suddenly appears. This figure looks like a child or a small person, but it's completely black. It appears to have no head, just a long stretched neck. The figure takes a few steps and then disappears into thin air. The student notices it from the corner of his eye, but he thinks it might be his imagination and goes about his usual day. This was a very creepy experience, and I imagine the whole student hostel must be quite uneasy after watching this security camera footage. This figure was entirely black and seemed to be peering at the family in the car. After it peeked out 2 times, the family quickly drove away and didn't look back. It was a truly scary experience, especially considering that there were kids in the car who must have been really frightened by what they saw. This video comes from the Philippines and was captured by a home security camera. In the video, we can see a person walking by while carrying something in their hand. However, there's something really unusual about this figure. It appears to have no head. When we zoom in on the video, it becomes clear that this person is indeed headless, yet they are walking casually as if nothing is wrong. This is quite strange, especially considering that it happened in a densely populated neighborhood. Many other local residents claim to have seen this headless figure, and they believe it's the ghost of a headless being that wanders the streets. Some folks think it could be a staged stunt or fake, but the way this person walks so nonchalantly makes us wonder if there might be something more to this eerie sight. We've only explored a small part of the oceans, about 5%, and within that tiny portion, we've discovered millions of different aquatic species. But have you ever wondered about the remaining 95% of the sea? In this video from the Yangtze River in China, we can see a long, gigantic, eel-like creature swimming in the water. The front part of this creature is partly underwater, and its tail sticks out. It's really huge, and you can tell it's powerful by how it displaces water as it moves. Some people who have seen this video believe it might be the Loch Ness Monster, although it's a bit smaller than what we usually associate with the Loch Ness Monster. Whatever it is, it's definitely an unknown river creature that's captured our curiosity. For people who love exploring caves, it's a passion, but for those like me, it can be quite scary. This video, recorded by a cave explorer, really adds to the fear. In the video, the cave is pitch black, and the only source of light is the explorer's flashlight. As the cave explorer shines their light ahead to find their way, they suddenly spot a creature standing there. Once this creature realizes it's been spotted, it quickly runs deeper into the cave. Some people who have seen this video believe these creatures might be Tommyknockers. Tommyknockers are mythical beings known as cave goblins, and miners used to believe they would knock on the cave walls to warn miners of impending danger. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button below and subscribe. See you in the next video.